The BJP continued its attack on the government, demanding the Prime Minister and the Finance Minister now to depose before the JPC if they have nothing to hide. Congress has also hit back at the BJP's demands. They term these ridiculous.
Various members, including me, have been demanding, please call a meeting of the JPC. Mr. Raja has written letters to the JPC chairman, to the Lok Sabha speaker, demanding that he be asked to appear before the JPC so that he could testify and give his side of the story. He is being denied an opportunity. He has cast serious aspersions on the conduct of the Prime Minister, on the conduct of the Finance Minister, Mr. Chidambaram, on the evidence tendered before the JPC by the present Attorney General, Mr. Vahanvati. And it is, I think, a denial of natural justice to Mr. Raja not to call him before the JPC so that he could offer clarifications and answer questions that members of the JPC may have.
A day after the BJP's reshuffle, Yashwant Sinha has been writing letters. He's written to the Prime Minister and also to Mr. Chako, who heads the JPC. So Yashwant Sinha says that the Prime Minister should resign, and he's written letters saying that the Prime Minister and the FM must appear before the JPC.
Well, I think, first of all, there would be obvious angst at the fact that a person who has spent time in the Bharatiya Janata Party has unfortunately not been able to find place within their echelons. But be that as it may, the opposition at times makes demands which are absolutely outlandish, to say the least. There is a joint parliamentary committee which is in progress at this point in time. And since I was a member of that committee, I really do not want to comment on its proceedings. But suffice to say that Mr. Yashwant Sinha is also a member of that same committee, and whatever they would like to articulate, it would be much more appropriate if they do within the confines of that committee. And if I have read the press reports correctly, apparently the evidence phase is over and the committee is possibly in the process of writing its report. So therefore, it's clearly a question of putting the cart before the horse. This is really a non sequitur at this point in time.
Mr. Yashwant Sinha has said that the Prime Minister had offered to appear before the PAC, but the PAC does not have the power to examine political persons, and therefore his appearance as well as the FM's appearance before the JPC is imperative. That's the logic that he's talking about.
Well, without breaking privilege, since I was a member of the Joint Parliamentary Committee, let me clearly and categorically tell you that this demand was raised in the Joint Parliamentary Committee and it was rejected in the committee itself.
And on the fact that on his demand for the Prime Minister's resignation?
Well, it's the job of the opposition, as I said, to swing from the sublime to the ridiculous at times. But I did not expect that a person of the seniority of Mr. Yashwant Sinha, whom we've always held in such great respect, would really do something which, for the lack of a better word, sounds completely preposterous.